something is resulting in something, in colloquial usage or even in Shastric or philosophical culture or context, the same thing can be called with the nomenclature of the base in which it is situated. So as this pumping machine is situated in the ether, it has been attributed collectively by the name Hridaya, which is the real name for the ether, not the pumping machine. It is known as Rudiramani or something else we have to put. It cannot be just connected with the Akasha. That is placed there. So it is known as locative nomenclature. This is locative nomenclature. Something which is fixed as a status, it also connectively is infectious of the name that is attributed to its substratum. That is so. According to so, there are innumerable such theories, whether it is specific inside a place or ubiquitous inside the body. And there are one more thing, is soul, what is the final destination of soul? What is solubility theory? Soul will be totally, it will be made soluble, it will dissolve. That is solubility theory. And second is sustainability theory, it will be in eternity. Third thing is servability, it serves God, it gets into Kaikariya, that is the Vaishnava school of thought. And fourth thing is settlement theory, like Salokya or Kaikariya, in which justice resides. So, innumerable theories about spiritualism is there. These things are very philosophical. There is a second dimension of spirituality, which I want to contextually present here. How it is possible? Number one, spirit means not the soul. Here, that is, some material, connective, immediate possibility of approaching the spiritual is spirit is nothing but urge, courage and leverage of our activism. Somebody said he is working with the spirit, he is possessed with the spirit, he is a spirit, he is testing with the spirit. All these four things are different. Testing with the spirit in a laboratory, he is possessed with the spirit, that is known as evil. He is a spirit known as Atma. He is working with the spirit, that is known as determination or dynamism. So that is contextual meaning. So here I want to present to the society, immediately understand urge, having the inexhaustible dynamism to take care of your work is known as spirituality. Second thing is courage, not only urge. Most of the people have urge to the society. They'll do something for the society. Why don't they work it out? Because they don't have the courage to work. Third thing is leverage. How many people are courageously working, but it is not creating any leverage in the society because of lack of integrity and other things. So, spirituality here is to create the urge inside a person, to create courage to present urge, and to create a very conspicuous leverage in the society as an impact of their courage. That is one. Second thing is the stages of elasticity. What is stages of elasticity? If basically you are having some power, that is 10 units of power you are having. And second, whenever there is your need or emergency, it will become 20. It will be pushed. Whenever there is some sort of support or very great confidence inside you, you can get it to 30. Whenever you are empowered, you can get 40. Whenever you are getting into the supplying potential of your nature, it can be restricted. So immediately, to take the persons to do everything or anything is not possible, but gradually a person, each and every person can do at least 10 times of what they are doing because of lack of proper instigatory resources they are not doing. Any person like me or anybody else, they can do 10 times more than what they are doing. When they become 10 times more, at that stage they can do 10 times more. So they are having their own multiple proportionate work because it is God created. It is God created. God has given all resources. God has given all resources and has created some sort of, it is known as, God is Swatantra and we are Paratantra, we are all dependent. But God has given a responsibility of freedom, it is known as also Swatantra Paratantriya and Paratantra Swatantriya. We are given some sort of dependence, but that type of dependence with God is natural. We are also given independence, but independence, the rate of independence is dependent on God. So God has given few independent units to us to integrate and to organize everything. He has not created houses, He has not created cars, He has not created cultivation, He has not created clothes and ornaments. He has created raw materials as well as inducive methodologies for implementing the same thing by means of the scientific and industrial supplementation. He has created everything. He has given two provisions. One is external provisions, second is inner provisions or internal provisions, and integral provisions to assemble within you to create a federation to do everything successfully. So God has given everything to you. So here metaphysics deals with the person's immediate possibility or capacity and a person's circumstantially provoked possibility, and third thing is confident or faith designing or engineering. Fourth thing is spiritual or systematic empowerment. If a person is properly given, he can be 100 times productive and his status of lethargy, status of diversion, status of disloyalty, everything should be thrown out. So to create a contributive society and future, our youth, political reforms cannot do anything. They can exasperate the condition and they can prepone the turmoil and create some sort of disorder in the society or abnormality. They cannot create. No ethical reforms, no educational reforms, no economical reforms or political reforms can bring that unless the soul of the society by spiritual understanding is very much organized. All the other reforms will be just in vain and pain. So here I want to conclude by saying that this spiritual urge should be developed inside the people in empowering the people more to contribute much towards their own things. It is possible only by few sources, few practices and few applications and also some steps for doing that. And what are the sources for getting that? There are innate sources you can get. Naturally we have some thought, a droplet of thought for doing something. Progressive, whenever you are thinking more and more and associating with good people, you can get progressive sources. The third thing is external sources are there, a lot of people they can give you something. Retrogressive sources, whenever you are getting into problems, that's what great people say, great patriots are born at the time of social challenges. Like that retrogressive sources are whenever you are in despair or in isolation, you can get that knowledge more, that is also a source. And there is initiative source given by a realized person, informative source is there, informative source is also four types. One is exemplary source, taking from somebody's life, experiential source, taking from somebody's medley of various other exposures, and also some sort of explorable sources by which somebody has totally analyzed all of these things and productively given, and endo-evidential axiomatic sources which are known as the Vedas. In Vedas they are having four major problems. Everybody they ask so. Vedas they are in the stage of infancy. Vedas are very primitive in nature. Vedas should be considered only as literature. It deals with only exploration of some deities of that primitive period. It's not something that even a lot of the people believing the Vedas, they are not very much clear about one, relevance of the Vedas. Second, advancement of the Vedas. Third, connectivity and progression that is dealing with the Vedas. Fourth thing, the exhaustive encapsulation of universal wisdom inside the Vedas that should be very much taught to the people. These are the various sources. And second thing, what are the various practices available? All of our practices are interim practices, or desire-oriented practices, or ephemeral practices. Second thing is double getting. Our spiritual practices are different from other modes of life or walks of life. So we are not having that particular normal ideology by which we can make these practices successful. So we have from the Shastras few models where we can develop something in the society. Number one, the first model is, it is impressionable incorporation model. Taking small impressionable kids before conception, that is pre-conceptive inner imaginary by the parents, and at the time of intra-uterine academy by which their parents can teach to the child that the Prahlada was taught inside the womb. That is the after birth. Whenever a person is in the infant stage, he can be taught at all. So this thing is known as impressionable incorporation. And second thing is a system of marketing, understanding the craze and the demand of the society. The people are crazy about few things and they are having need for something. Unless you tailor and design your spiritual education in such a way that it deals with that craze as well as the need in the society, you cannot market that. That is number two. Craze and need or requisite, it should be designed with that. Third thing is therapeutic use. Everybody is suffering with diseases. So anything you call it as a therapy, otherwise people will not recognize that. Even if you are talking about Gita, instead of saying about Gita, they will think that it is the name of some other neighbor. So you say Gita therapy. They will be astonished. What? New therapy, I have never heard that. So by means of this neomania, if the people will approach, they will strong in numbers. So the third thing is therapeutic approach of people. So all of these various things are to be incorporated in the society for creating a lot of things. There are few models by which we can make some certain things, targeted things in the society. One is incubation center for good children. Second is empowered academics for good students and children by means of proper subjecting to real wisdom or goal-oriented wisdom. Third thing is professional excellence. Fourth thing is inner drug delivery. Without digital or external drug delivery, developing inner drug delivery, getting your own mind as medicine, your own personal restraint as medicine. The fifth thing is intuitive alert. How to develop intuitive alert and understand things after happening, everybody can understand. Somebody told, I'll predict your future if it becomes the past. Everybody can predict the future if it becomes the past. So intuitive alert that deals how to move with people and how to correspond to environmental stimuli. This you can develop by spiritual experience. Sixth thing is defense. You can create national security and defense in various places also. So apart from this, it can also help in environmental remediation. I delivered a lecture on pollution. I told that thought pollution is equally worse than any other pollution. They talk about wind pollution, air pollution, nuclear waste pollution. Like that, there is a thought pollution to society which is more negative, which will advance the collapse of the earth more than its determined period. So we want to create a thought purification process. So this type of metaphysical experience can be utilized as an academic training by which the person can be coached for getting into environmental remediation by good thoughts. So there are space pillars, there are air pillars, and there are configurational elements that are there which can be contributed by your mind and targeted, good, non-result oriented thought rays and emissions by which we can create that. So there should be an information center for that, there should be a teaching academy, there should be a training academy, and there should be a syllabus for that, there should be a course for that, and we should go for two things. If your life is moving for spiritual knowledge, that is not a spiritual hunt. If you make your life with spiritual belief, that is not a spiritual approach. So from spirituality you can approach your life, or for spirituality you can take your life as a hunt. So there is spiritual hunt approach and spiritual approach. So by unless all of these things are systematically made, each and everybody having an institution, having some sort of reliability and repute in the society, they are doing a lot of things by their vociferous demand, the command and request to the society by means of a lot of speeches. See, all of these oratory and laboratory exercises, they are not going to come for rescue. Only preparatory exercise is to get a silent, radiant, inbuilt effulgence of divine immanence by which we can contribute to thousands of people in silence. We can reach 1 lakh people in distance. We can cover everybody in imminence and immanence rather than making people by transportation and communication devices. I wish that in this auspicious day of a birthday celebration, more than a person's birthday, a new concept or already existing concepts, new dimensions, or already existing new dimensions, or old dimensions, new approach, or already existing old approach, new initiation or renewal of our divine responsible license for social empowerment has been undertaken today. So it is a birthday, also for a concept, also for an application, also for an exercise or academy in its beta or that is seed level, which we are starting inside our mind. So it is a birthday of various things. We should be the Independence Day and birthday for a new era where everybody can at least imagine living in peace and harmony around.
Let there be standing